Hello friends, welcome to SahuStudies. In this video, I am going to discuss about lag function in PySpark. So lag function works on Windows. What I means Windows. So with the help of a window, we can create a partition of rows to form a sets of rows, and on top of that we can do or we can implement the lag function. So first we need to create window. So to define window, we use window keyword, and we generally do two things whenever we are defining a window. The first is with the help of a partition by function. So this is a partition by function. It partition the row into form of sets of row. So suppose you have a data set and you want to implement the window function. So first we need to partition the data. And the partition the data means we are creating a sets of row based on a certain values. From where the certain value will come? So it will come from a particular column. So if we are defining or we are saying that partition this data set based on a particular column, so whatever the value which present in the column, that is a unique value, that number of partition it will going to create. And when the partition is created, then it will going to organize how it will going to organize data in that partition. So it will going to organize with the help of an order by function. Order by function organize the data in ascending order or descending order. Let's discuss about the lag function. So lag function is generally used to access the preceding value, a specified row from a current row within the partition. So what does it means? There is a partition which we have defined with the help of a window function. There is a row, and if you want to fetch the value which is the preceding row, then we use this lag function. Here, if you are not able to understand what is the lag function, what does it means that preceding value of a specified rows of a current column within the partition, it's okay. You will get a better idea once I will show you in a practical exercise. But for the time being, just remember that the lag function is used to access the preceding values of specified rows from the current rows within the partition. And this lag function is the window analytical function, and the window analytical function returns result after operating on data. So this is the overview of the lag function. Let's do an exercise in which I will show you how we can use the lag function to get the preceding value of a specified rows from the current rows within the partition. Here I am creating a list variable which has these sets of data. This data we will be using in our exercise. So what I am just doing here, I am just importing all the required libraries. So here we need only this lag function and this window function. That's why I have imported only these two libraries. This AP column is a variable in which I am just defining a list, and this list has 4 values. This will going to use when I will create a data frame, and on that data frame I will, with the help of this AP column variable, I will specify the name of the column of that data frame. So here we are just creating the data frame AP sample df. So how we are going to create the data frame? So with the help of a create data frame function, and by passing the parameter of data and the schema. And what is the value of the data? parameter. The value of the data parameter is AP sample data, which is nothing but this one. This is the list which contains all sets of data, and this schema. What is the schema? This is the schema is the name of the column which we have defined here. Here we are defining a window. How we are going to define a window? With the help of a keyword. So as we have discussed that whenever we are defining a window, we do two things. One is we partitioned the data based on a column with the help of a partition by key. So here we are partitioning the data based on the AP department with the help of a partition by key. Once the data gets partitioned, then how the data will going to organize in that particular partition? The data will going to organize with the help of an order by clause, and we need to give on which column the data will going to organize. So here we are just saying that on the AP column in that particular partition the data will be organized, and here we are not providing any descending and descending order. So by default Spark will take ascending order. Once this partitioned uh, variable gets created, here we are creating another data frame. How we are going to create this data frame? First we are creating a column known as AP lag salary column with the help of a with column function. And how this data will how the data will going to populate in this column? The data will be populated with the help of a lag function. So what I'm just saying here to a Spark, that take the value of AP salary and 1 means whatever the row in that particular partition, take the previous row value, that means 1. If we want to take 2 rows above, then we have to give 2, but I want to take the row which is previous to that particular row in that particular partition, take those value from where it will going to take this AP partition, AP salary from this partition. And with the help of an over function, we are going to use the window, or we want to, if you want to create a window on a particular data frame, so with the help of an over function we can do, and whatever the window condition we have given, condition means partition by and order by. So I am providing that variable. So that variable we have defined here, AP partition, and we have partitioned the data with the help of AP department, and we are ordering the data based on the AP salary. So from this partition, look the column AP salary, get the value 1 row before and populate that value in AP salary column. And with the help of this display function, we are looking the content of the data frame which we have created with the help of a with column function, and populating the column with the help of a lag function. So let's do this exercise in Databricks. Let me create a notebook. Name it as a lag function. We need to have a list in which the data must be there from which we create the data frame. So to save time, I have just copied the list and the data and all the data which will be required to do this exercise. If I'm going to type here this data set now, it will going to take time. So to save time, I have already created it and I am just copying it. So let's run it. So this list variable has been created successfully. Now let's import the required libraries. from PySpark.sql.function in import. First import this lab function. Now let's import the window function from PySpark.sql.window import windows. So these two function lag and window, now both functions are available in this notebook. Now let's create a simple DF. Before creating the simple DF, now let's create a variable that is the columns. And what is the name of the columns? AP employee name. Second is AP gender. Third is AP department. Fourth is AP salary. Run it. Now this variable is created successfully. We will use this variable during the creation of the data frame. So let's create a data frame, AP simple data. And how data frame we are going to create? With the help of a create data frame function. Here we are going to pass in two parameters. One is data. The data is nothing but the value of the data would be this list which we have created and which that contains the data. And the second is the schema. And what is the schema? The name of the column which we have created here. So let's pass as a value. Now run it. This data frame has been created successfully. Let's display it and see the content. We can see these are the list. This is the list which has all the data. Based on this list, we have created this data frame, and this data frame has all the value which is present in that particular list. Now, to perform our lag function, first we need to create a window variable. So let me create a window partition. And how we're going to create the window partition, that window. First we need to do the partition by what is the on which column we are doing the partitioning. We are doing the partitioning on the AP department column, and we are ordering it based on what? We are ordering based on AP salary. We are not providing any ascending or descending order. Spark will consider it considered as a ascending order because that is the default one. This window variable has been created. Now let's create another data frame, lag df. And how we are going to create this data frame? First we are going to let's create a column, and name of the column is happy lag salary. How this column is going to populate? This column is going to populate with the help of a lag function. And how this lag function will going to work? So we are saying that take the value of AP salary, go one row before of that particular column. On which partition? We are defining the window partition with the help of a over. And on which partition? So we have defined the partition here, partition and its condition here. So the first it will partition based on the AP department and order by AP salary. So what it will going to do? It will create a partition with the help of this over function on top of this data frame. And what it will going to do? It will on that particular partition, it will take the it will see the AP salary column take the one row before, take the value, and it will going to populate in this column. Right, so let's run it. Now let's display this function. Display this data frame. This is the output. Now let's understand this output. Okay, if you understand this output, then you will able to understand what the lag function generally does. So what I was saying here, let's understand again. With the I am defining a partition. Okay, on the top of this data frame, and how that partition we are going to define. We are partitioning the data based on the AP department. So for each value which is present in this AP department column, a new partition will going to create, and the data will be organized with the help of an AP salary, means from lowest to highest. Right? What it will go. So we can see this IT, all the value which is present in the IT department. This is the one partition. Management value, this is the one partition. Marketing is one partition, and operation in one partition. Okay, now understand what it will going to, what I'm just saying here. In the lag function, I am passing the value of AP salary. Means take the value of the AP salary, go one row before, and populate this value. Right. So let's talk about this this loop. So what it is saying, take the value of the AP salary, go to one row before, take the value and populate this column. So this is the first row of this partition. So no value is present before this row. That's why this AP lakh salary is populating as a null, because there is no row. That's why it is populating as null. So let's consider this one. Take this row and fetch the value of AP salary, whatever the value which is present in one row before. So this is the one row before. Take this value and populate this AP lakh salary. Now take this row, go to the AP salary, fetch the previous value of the AP salary. This is the previous value. That's why it's populating here. Now let's talk about this one. Take the value of AP salary for this row. Take the previous value. What is the previous value? With the help of a lag we are taking. This is the previous value, and populate this value in the AP lag salary. That's why this 30,000 is populating. Let's talk about this management partition. So what it is saying, in this partition, go to the AP in this row, go to the AP salary, take the value which is before, one row before in this row, and take the value. So this is the first row. No previous row is present for this partition. That's why it is populating null. Let's talk about this row. Go to the AP salary, take one row before. So this is the value which is present in one row before. Take this value and populate in this AP lag salary. Same will go to marketing. This is the marketing partition. This is the first row. So there is no previous record of that in that particular partition. That's why this AP lag salary is populating as a null. And here, this is in this record, what is the salary? What is the AP salary which is present in one row before? So this is the value which is present in the one row before. It is taking this value and populating here. So now, by understanding this output, we can, I think you have a clear picture that how the data is getting, or how we are going to fetch the data in a particular partition, that in a row just above, just before that particular rows, which we have seen in this exercise. So this is a little bit complex topic. If you do this exercise, the exercise which I have shown in this video, we just do a practice. You will able to get to know that how this lag function generally works. So in this exercise, what we have done, we have created a data frame. After creation of a data frame, we have defining a window function, also windows, and that window we are saying that partition the data based on the AP department and order the data in that particular partition with the help of a AP salary. And we have created a column with the help of with column function, and we are populating that column value with the help of a lag function. Now let's go to the PPT. Thank you. If you like content of my video, then please subscribe my channel, like it, comment on it, and press the bell icon to get notification whenever I add videos.